Ramiz Brahimaj takes on Austin Vanderford this Saturday at UFC 320. And this is a good fight between these two guys. You know, Austin Vanderford made his UFC debut against Ankalaev back in February. Got the second round ground and pound win. He took that fight on like a week's notice heading into that one. So good to see him back in the UFC, getting a full camp, taking on Ramiz Brahimaj, who's on a 2-fight winning streak. 2 finishes, one by KO, one by guillotine choke over some lower level competition, and Billy Ray Goff and Mickey Gall. So I would think this is a step up in competition for Ramiz Brahimaj, and I think this is a winnable fight for Austin Vanderford. So I am going to go with Austin Vanderford in this one. I just think Vanderford is. I think these guys are very similar in their approach. I think both of them look to use their boxing to kind of set up their takedowns and work their ground and pounder submission games on the bottom. Ramiz Brahimaj, I think all of his wins up to that Mickey Gall fight were all by finish. Has a lot of submission wins, a lot of finishing potential when the fight does go to the ground. Not the best striking, I wouldn't say. At times he's been kind of a victim on the feet against Court McGee, Themba Gorimbo, just kind of getting dropped, getting hurt on the feet, getting TKO'd by Max Griffin, got his ear almost torn off, getting kind of trapped in the clinch against Themba Gorimbo. He does his best work when he gets it to the ground, and I just think that Austin Vanderford is a better wrestler and a better grappler, and I think that he's got better hands, more power on the feet as well. Austin Vanderford, he's a jiu-jitsu brown belt. Brahimaj's a black belt, but I'm not going to split hairs on that. They're both very, very highly touted grapplers regardless of jiu-jitsu belt. But Austin Vanderford comes from a collegiate wrestling pedigree. I think he was like an NAIA champion at Southern Oregon University. Wrestled at 184 pounds. Used to fight at middleweight back in Bellator. Recently cut down to welterweight, and he's looked really good. So used to fighting the bigger guys. I think he's going to be the bigger, stronger guy in this fight. Going to be an inch taller, have a 2-inch reach advantage. I just think that he's Brahimaj is a good jiu-jitsu guy, but I think in terms of sheer strength, functional strength and grappling, wrestling ability, I'm going to give that to Vanderford. I think he'll be able to kind of keep this fight on the feet or really take it wherever he wants it to go. I think he's got the better boxing too. Got a little bit more power, a little more oomph in his strikes that I've seen in his fights. And Brahimaj, he's got knockouts over Mickey Gall, but I just don't rate a Mickey Gall win. Got a guillotine choke over Billy Ray Goff, who's a good wrestler as well, but just not the most well-rounded guy. So he's getting wins over, kind of lower level competition, but whenever he's taking a step up against like a Max Griffin, Court McGee, Themba Gorimbo, like those are winnable fights. I think that Austin Vanderford wins a lot of those matchups against those guys. And the fact that Brahimaj was struggling with them, I get it. It was earlier in his career, but I just think Vanderford, he's better at what Brahimaj does the best, which is the grappling. And I think he'll be able to kind of sprawl and brawl in this one. I think Brahimaj is going to struggle with his size and his takedown defense and getting the fight to the ground. I think he's going to be kind of trapped on the feet and get kind of beat up there. Or if it does go to the ground, I think he's going to be the one on bottom taking the damage, because Austin Vanderford does have very good ground and pound. We've seen that in a lot of his fights. He's got power on the feet as well. Saw him, KO a guy with a jab. Seen him get, ground and pound finishes as well. He got a ground and pound finish in his last fight against Nikolai Veretinnikov. Very vicious elbows. He's hard to kind of outmuscle and outmaneuver once he's on the ground. So I'm going to go with Austin Vanderford, just the better wrestler. I think he's fought the better guys too. May not have won them all, but Aaron Jeffrey, Gegard Mousasi, Fabian Edwards, like even beat Fabian Edwards over in Bellator. These are good wins. These are solid wins that he's getting. Hasn't shown the best chin. He was dropped in his fight on Dana White's Contender Series. He was dropped pretty bad, almost got out of there, but ended up coming back, hurting the guy and getting the choke over him. So I don't know why he didn't get a contract for that one, but anyways, was dropped and hurt by Gegard Mousasi, hurt by Aaron Jeffrey, got KO'd there. So his chin is suspect. I just don't know if Ramiz Brahimaj is going to be the guy to chin him in this matchup. I don't know if he's got the ability, the power, the boxing technical skills to chin somebody like Austin Vanderford, who's going to be throwing heat as well, and he's going to have to be thinking about the takedowns coming his way from Austin Vanderford as well, because I'm sure that he'll be looking to mix it up as well as implement his striking, which I think is going to be better. So I'm going to go with Austin Vanderford to sprawl and brawl in this one, keep it on the feet, kind of beat up Brahimaj as the fight progresses, and just kind of take over. And I don't know if he gets a if he'll get a finish necessarily. Brahimaj is kind of brittle, but it does seem like a lot of his losses are decisions. You know, he's a tough guy. The TKO he had to Max Griffin was because his ear was like falling off of his face. But I think Vanderford's going to kind of dictate where this fight takes place and win wherever it goes, en route to get a decision. Thanks.